There are roughly 10 million people living in the UK today with a neurological condition. These disorders can create huge obstacles out of the simplest of activities, making every day a new set of challenges. This programme will explore how people struggling with these conditions and those closest to them have developed coping mechanisms that allow them to get on with their normal day-to-day lives. Gordon Williams lives with his wife Paula and their son in Middlesbrough. With so many different conditions, including Tourette's, ADHD and OCD, there is no one-size-fits-all solution.
I've been through quite a few different medications and they either didn't work or they had a really bad side effect. I do use CBD through a vape, which helps with my anxiety.
CBD is a cannabis compound which is widely recognised to have medicinal benefits.
I would say the gym, my photography and music.
Focuses my brain. Stops a lot of my tics when I'm using my camera. If I'm filling my brain, thinking about the settings and looking for pictures.
Photography helps him cope with the everyday stresses he faces.
A bit like therapy, and it's somewhere where I can just escape to if things are too much in the house.
Every day is completely different, minute to minute, hour to hour. I don't know how I'm going to wake up in the morning.
I can deal with the tics, I can deal with the shouting, I can deal with the physical tics. I can deal with being hyperactive. I can't deal with his obsession on things. And that is what Gordon does. He obsesses on, this has to be this way, this has to be that way. When my mum passed, Gordon didn't know what words to use, what was the right words to use to comfort me. There's no emotion involved in anything until a certain point, and that could be anything from a few minutes to a few hours.
I think I portray someone who's happy most of the time, but I'd say about 80% of the time you're not. I can be really happy 1 minute, but when I realise the way I am with my condition upsets someone, it can crash you right down.
We'll revisit Gordon later when we explore how he copes with delivering lectures and public speaking. Now let's meet Val Perkins, who has multiple sclerosis. This is a condition where the body's natural defences attack the brain.
I was a fit, active person, but my mobility is really affected now because of its secondary progressive. I attend Aquafit on a Tuesday and a Friday at 9:30. Previously to going into the water, my body feels like a sack of spuds, it's heavy. And once I enter the water, that's all taken away. For that hour, I'm suspended in water, my body's lighter, and when I leave the water, I can walk, not normally, but a lot better, and if it lasts an hour and a half, that's beneficial to me. I forget about the life that I had, and I'm moving on to a next chapter now, and that's the way I run it, because you can't look back. Well, I've got a craft room down the bottom, that keeps me going, and I do everything in stages. I take my time and I plan. My support network lives with me and she's called Katie. The only person that knows what I'm actually going through is Katie, who's with me 24/7.
When she was first diagnosed, you worry all the time, you know, is she going to get better, is she going to get worse, what will I do, what will we do? But now I think I've come to the old saying, don't worry until it happens.
You do need somebody that's patient like Katie is.
There are roughly 7 million carers across the UK, and with 3 out of 5 people requiring a carer at some point in life, they are all too often the unsung heroes within our communities.
When we had the builders in to move the toilet to make a wet room for Val, the lighting system was nil, and Val can't see in the lights, so I had to put these little tea lights from her bedroom along the hall and round to the toilet so that she could see where she was walking. It was like fairyland, you know.
We don't run away at the toilet.
But
It's about getting on, you know, getting on with your lives together, knowing this is what it's going to be, and it's obviously going to get worse. But it's the fact about keeping positive and not letting that overtake anything else.
After the break, we're going to gain insight into Val's support network and the help she receives.